Little Caesars changed the game, bro.
They did.
Little Caesars changed. That's the most shot of shit I've ever seen.
Hey, Chewy, blood. They want you on the podcast, bro. Look, he Mexican, bro. You gotta put him on.
Am I interrupting your depression? I'm sorry.
This week's episode of The Voice Party is brought to you by Big Boy Wraps. Get your car wrapped by some of the most experienced and skilled in the Bay. Big Boy Wraps, where the big boys play.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all around the world, it's time for everyone's favorite podcast, The Voice Party. We've got master comedian JD Arandia, Marcos, the amazing frontrunner of the band Tomorrow's June, yours truly, Joaquin Xavier,
AKA
Black Joaquin. To my immediate left, we've got Corday, the amazing comedian himself, and our auspicious guest, Jamar Pitts. Welcome.
Also, fuck Phil, I guess.
and Phil too.
That's okay. I just control all the buttons that do all the things.
You can just mute any of us at any time.
It's fine.
For the rest of the show, don't put his face on the
amazing Phil Spooner.
What's up,
Producer
Jamar?
of the show.
What's bracking, y'all?
What's up, man?
Oh, snap, you a blood?
Okay.
Well,
That's been The Voice Party, guys.
This is the part where Marcos leaves because he doesn't want to be affiliated, all right?
Yeah, guys, I got another podcast I got to do.
All right.
Hey, he has another fucking podcast now.
I do.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for coming out, bro. For real.
No, man. Thank you for having me. I was supposed to be here before, so
I know.
I'm glad I can make it. So I know me.
That's like a black mother. Hey, don't you talk back to me. Don't you I know me.
Oh, yeah.
Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
You right. I'm right. You right. Oh.
So you know?
Right.
You know? You about
Rent's
to know
due
this,
next month,
You about to know this belt.
All of a sudden, you were busy. You couldn't show up. Like, you know. No, for real though. Thank you for coming out.
No,
Hey,
you had me.
hey. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, shit. He took the things off.
Put it back on. Just
Yeah, please. Actually, please.
That's how JD.
No, yeah, man. Hey, I have a lot of fun when you're on shows.
Is that true?
Yeah, not because of you, just because the vibe, you know. It's something about it.
Fuck is that laugh?
It's just
It's charming, boy. I swear to God.
he has a white girl laugh.
That's how I make myself
mating call.
mating call, or how I bring the white woman out.
Make sure there was no white girls left.
That's his white woman call.
That's what I meant to say. That's my white woman call. You know?
That's his mating call.
That's how I make white people be less scared of me. You know, but he's not that bad.
Actually took me to Starbucks, too. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's my Starbucks laugh.
You gotta hold a latte. When you hold a latte.
My name is Cord.
Straight out of San Francisco, right?
Yes, sir.
With a 510 phone number.
Hey.
Explain that.
Hey, gentrification, nigga, explain that.
No, for real though, it's a lot of fun. Like, you know, hanging out with you before a show, bro.
You were going to say it was a lot of fun kicking people out of their homes.
But
It could be.
I mean, if you know.
So Jamar, I heard the last black man in San Francisco was based off you.
I can't confirm that because they never paid me for it, but that sounds accurate.
It says sequels coming. The New Man in San Leandro. The new black man in San Leandro.
Gentrification in San Leandro. There we go.
Black man in San Leandro.
The first black man.
My whole apartment complex is actually niggas. It's fantastic. Fantastic. No one cleans anything. The washing machines don't work. It's good.
Oh no.
It's good.
How long you been doing stand up for now?
It'll be 2 years in April.
Damn, 2 years.
Yeah.
Post pandemic.
Yeah, basically.
Post pandemic comic.
Yep. Not even in there. I joined after because I said, this looks like a good time right now.
Come in while they're weakest.
You miss. Well, actually,
let's perform outside, nigga, all the time, nigga, for the first 6 months.
Yeah, the start of performing outside and the start of shows coming back out.
Were you living in a tent before you did stand up? Like,
yeah, it felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is cool. I just rock out my sleeping bag and do the show. You know what I'm saying?
What were we saying though, my bad?
I was saying like when comedy came back, like after post-pandemic, that was some of the best crowds because crowds wanted and needed comedy and stuff like that. So they used to come out.
We needed human interaction.
So yeah, they came out. They came out in droves.
Comedy and going raw were at an all-time high.
I couldn't tell because I've been doing the going raw thing for sure.
Yeah.
Going raw was like I took that into the pandemic.
You took that in, okay. Right. You were literally taking it into the pandemic.
That wasn't like making bread or nothing for me. I'd been
raw
at that
dogging
shit.
with a mask.
As long as you got Morena or something on your side, we are set to go.
God.
So which vaccine did you take?
Johnson & Johnson.
Damn.
All I do is take risks, baby. All I do is take risks. Play to win, baby.
Hell yeah.
You for real?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I got the Johnson & Johnson. I did get a
one and done, huh?
I did get
a GED test.
A booster. There you go.
Yeah.
I did get a booster, and I don't know. I think it was Pfizer or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to take the same brand.
No,
Johnson & Johnson wasn't in the booster. That's how shady Johnson & Johnson was. They was like, "You don't get no booster."
We're done.
you're allowed to. You can mix up Moderna and Pfizer now. You can,
Just like, oh, now?
Yeah,
like it's a new thing. Like
within the past few months.
When boosters came out,
they said that you could choose.
We were beefing with the Pfizer gang when
Yeah, we were.
Who's beefing?
Moderna's.
Moderna's and Pfizer's like
So you team Moderna?
Well, I'm team Moderna.
I'm team Moderna.
Okay, fuck all y'all. Team Pfizer on me, baby. What's good, y'all? Hey.
I'm a double agent, so I can't claim shit.
Wait, what booster did you get?
I think Pfizer.
Pfizer because Moderna was going away.
I think so.
Bitch.
Oh, there you go. Silent P gang. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, P World, baby. P World. Hey, let me stop that.
Hey, next question.
Wait.
I don't know why I'm asking.
Wait. I just want to.
Next question.
Next question. Like, I'm the one asking the question.
Right.
And I ask him to give me the next question. What are you looking for?
Have you gotten COVID?
3 times. I'm so glad you asked that.
But you haven't died from it.
No, I'm here strong. I'm still here strong.
He's like, I got it now.
The only time I really had symptoms was the last time I had it.
Really?
When did you get the first time? Because did you get like the first strain? Did you get the diet variant?
I didn't get it. I literally didn't get COVID till after I first got. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Don't be lying, bro.
When I got the booster, I got COVID right after. I got COVID
right after
within a month.
When was this though? When was this? Was Omicron?
This was December 2021.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, that's when Omarion was out here touching everybody.
Omarion.
I got touched for sure.
I got that one too. That's the only time I've got it. And then you got it 2 more times after that?
Yep.
I got it Omicron, I think.
Did you get it? Yeah. No, that was before you got it. I remember.
When was the Yoshi show? 2022. You went.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we
That was
had it.
2022.
And Omicron was fucking everybody up. I remember because I was.
What did you call it?
I said Omicron or Omarion. And so whatever one. I like Omarion better because I don't know.
Omicron.
Omicron? Yeah, I've heard it like 3 different ways. So I don't give a fuck.
No, you made up 3 different ways.
Well, maybe on Planet
You haven't
Ebonics,
heard it 3 different ways.
No, I have heard it 3 different ways.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. How you gonna tell me what I've heard, Marcos?
Because look, watching your own TikToks.
I hang out in the hood.
I watch your TikToks.
Hey, Jamar, tell
You
me
said it 3 different ways.
Hey, Jamar, tell me more about Johnson & Johnson, bro.
Well, I was gonna say the Maricron. What is it?
Omicron.
Omicron.
Now you got me saying
it right.
Omarion.
Sorry, I was saying Marion because I was like, fuck, if I'm fuck up. Yeah,
Feels good.
Let's feel better.
Let's call it Big O. Big O.
I remember in teaching, and like Joaquin's in the teaching world too. I remember one time, we have like 27 kids, right?
Yeah.
And we had 8 one day because Ariane was out here touching everybody, and then I remember.
Don't say that when you're talking about.
Well, it's a song.
That
song.
now it just sounds
Sue
wrong.
y'all
Now it
for
just sounds
slander and
wrong.
The
libel.
song. All right. Well, the O variant, the O variant was real strong because I remember
Out here touching kids.
was touching people.
You can't say that with nail polish, bro. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, that thing was very
You're gonna make
contagious.
nail polish
It was,
illegal.
man. It was gross. When I got it that time, like I was doing comedy already at that point, and pretty much
You knew
everybody
it was from comedy, most likely.
Yeah, pretty much. But I also work a nasty ass job, so
Okay.
What do you do?
What do you do?
I fix washers and dryers.
You're that guy.
Yeah, at like apartment complexes and shit like that.
Do you go to?
You haven't fixed your.
You see mold and fungus and all types of.
It's not my area anymore. I've actually worked at my house before, but it's
do laundromats, like laundromats where you fix those?
Nah, not at laundromats. Like a company I work for is like apartment complexes mostly.
Oh, okay.
Like a big apartment complexes, you'll go in there. They have like the laundry room separate from everything else like that. I fix those.
Like in the basements and stuff.
Old folks' homes.
You see some nasty shit. Huh?
All the fucking time, bro.
I was doing laundry yesterday at this hood laundromat that I go to.
Which one?
In Pinole.
Same.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And then this lady, I was waiting for the dryer. There's no dryer. She opens up the dryer, gets her shit out, and there's hella fur, dog fur coming out of it because she had her dog bed in there. And she's like, "This one's ready. You can use that one." I'm like,
I'm okay, man.
And then the guy standing next to her, when she opened the door, all the fur came out. He was like,
his asthma immediately started.
Washers and dryers are some of the nastiest things.
Nasty.
Really?
Like I worked on cars. I've worked on forklifts, like in all types of different environments. Washers and dryers are nastier than all of them. All of them. Straight the fuck up.
Well, because it's all the gunk that we.
Yeah, a lot of that is just. But people are also nasty. Like a lot of the times now, I work in Oakland, like all over Oakland, and people pee in washer machines a shocking amount. Like a shocking amount. Niggas piss in washing machines a lot.
I mean, I get
and
that.
And people
maybe
apparently shit in washing machines from time to time too. I've had 2 different calls, nigga, for fecal matter inside of a machine. 2 different calls. They're like, nigga, there was feces inside of a machine. I'm a technician, bro.
What the fuck? Oh no!
You want me to show up with tools in a van, nigga, to remove shit out of a washing machine?
Oh shit! Yeah, let me bring my screwdriver.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You have a janitor here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, why don't they? Why is that your responsibility?
I have no idea, but they actually make the calls, and for some reason, my dispatch actually will give me the call and be like, "Yeah, nigga,
Jamar,
go ahead, have at it."
Are you the only one that accepts it?
Huge turn in the washing machine. Okay, Phillips or flathead? What should I bring?
Flathead. It's gonna scoop easier.
He has to pick up that much shit every time.
Good thing I just bought this Milwaukee drill.
Now I can see like maybe you got a kid that peed their pants, you know, and you put it in the wash, right?
No. Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
But actually pee.
But isn't the washer could just wash that away?
You have to run it a few times. I mean, it's how much do you feel comfortable with that? You know what I'm saying? Like how comfortable?
Ammonia afterwards.
How comfortable do you feel
throw a little bleach
throwing your like children's clothing inside of a wash that you know recently was peed in?
Now I know, like,
it's a challenge to you. So.
There isn't enough time in the world.
I went with
that memory's there forever. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's like if a girl pees in your bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can wash the bed, you can flip it upside down. She's with you forever.
It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like going to a house where someone was murdered. Like, you don't want to live there.
Yeah, someone died in there.
That energy.
Someone died in there. Someone peed there.
Yeah.
And now I'm supposed to clean with that.
Did anybody pee or shit in your own apartment complex?
Not yet.
Not as far as I know. The main problem we have in ours is there's a few kids that like to smoke weed in the laundry room, and for some reason now I smoke a lot of weed. I smoked weed right before this podcast, and I've smoked weed in a few laundry rooms.
We'll edit that out.
No, please keep it in. No. But the issue is that these kids like dump the ash all over the machine. They dumping it in the soap dispenser and shit like that.
Why?
Like just to be dickheads. It's just pure dickheadry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just
like you know your shit, you know your stuff go in here too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Your mama uses this.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a dummy.
and she gonna beat your ass when she find out you did this too, because I'm telling.
Oh, there you go. He ain't gonna mess up my washer and dryer.
So like my sister, we did laundry a long time ago, right? We went to a laundromat and she grabbed Lysol.
He's only done laundry once.
Lysol wipes to do the washing.
I bring it down every time.
How does that? Is that even really good?
Do whatever you can, brother. Whatever brings you peace. All right, I come down with Cloro wipes and spray every time, bro. Whatever. Doing this job is giving me like trauma where I'm just like, I'm wiping this motherfucker down.
Can't wait to have your own washer and dryer.
Oh my God, when my life is together. And I get my life together, boy. I swear to God.
Quick question. Okay. All right. So, because me and my sister's like about to like move out. Like, would you rather have your own bathroom, like you say, it's like 2 bedroom, 1 bath with washer and dryer, or would you have 2 bedroom, 2 bath with no washer and dryer? What'd you rather have?
I'm already living in a 2-bedroom with my own, or I got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So I got my own bathroom.
Yeah.
And I love having my own bathroom. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
But I trade that motherfucker for
Now,
especially in the unit. We talking in unit?
In unit.
Oh, yes,
like not like,
run it.
Yeah, like
run
in like
Nigga, I have to carry my shit down a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil, Walnut Creek, you got your own washer and dryer?
So what happens is we have a washer and dryer on the premises, but it's one of those ones that uses quarters. Who the fuck has quarters anymore? It sucks. Like you got to run the dryer twice just to get your clothes.
You gotta give my company a call. We'll get that right.
But is there shit in your washer?
No, we've never had that.
What about pee?
He's in Walnut Creek. I'm willing to bet money he's good.
You act like they ain't homeless people on Walnut Creek. I know it is.
No, there's not.
There's like 2.
I've been to his apartment complex though.
What's that?
I've been to his apartment complex, and there's a good chance there could be at least pee.
Okay.
Or at least fentanyl.
Or fentanyl.
Definitely fentanyl. You washed your shit with fentanyl, bro.
Well, that's fun. Shit. I mean, you know.
Free drugs.
Right. I would love for my shit to have a nice static cling and some opiate properties. I like that.
Chicks coming up to you after the show, stuff like that, getting high off your shirt.
Right.
Like, Jamar, you get me up. Like,
what you gonna say?
Let me hug you again.
My girl who has this problem wants to see you.
Hey, so how many years did you live in San Francisco, bro?
Shit.
Let's talk about your exodus, the great exodus of San Francisco.
2018, that's when the movie came out, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Most of my childhood.
I love that movie.
Right.
I was long gone by then. Shit.
Okay, all right.
No, I lived there most of my childhood. So from pretty much from age 6 months until
6 months.
Until about 16.
When he was 6 months years old.
I lived a few years in Daly City in between. My dad had bought a house in Daly City.
Okay.
With an ex-wife of his, and then they got divorced, and we went right back to San Francisco.
Not to be racist, was she Asian?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And my dad had got his shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Had a Filipino wife, then he got a Chinese wife. That nigga's doing well. He's doing well.
Brother's doing well when they're married.
Did the credit score go up during that time?
I'm still stuck on fat white women. I'm still trying to fight my way through.
Hey, me and Jamar be hanging out. I'm like, hey, I fucks with Jamar heavy, bro. Like, he like, hey, I'm gonna get the big one. You get the smaller one. I'm like, this is my guy right here. Hell yeah.
He did tell me that last time. I gotta go. I got a fat girl waiting for me. Like,
no shame in this game, yo. I love Jamar because he be like, hey, she fat, good pussy though.
I just want to say that if you're watching this, baby, that she's not talking about you
at all.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, this wasn't 2 weeks ago.
This is 2019.
Yeah, this wasn't 2 weeks ago at all.
It's like 2016, babe.
This is when he got kicked out of San Francisco.
Yeah,
this is when that happened.
Back then, yeah.
How is it seeing like San Francisco now?
The fat white girl scene?
No. Like, how is it seeing San Francisco? Like,
San Francisco does have a strong fat white girl scene right now. We'll say that much. They're all from somewhere else, though. I think that's the main thing about San Francisco that kind of irks me is that everybody there
is not from there.
Is not from there at all. Like, not even from California, most of them.
Yeah.
Or not even from the Bay.
You from Fillmore?
I'm from Fillmore, San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up there, and I lived all over San Francisco. I lived in the Sunset too for a little bit, and I love the city, man. I went to high school in the Mission. I went to like 5 high schools.
With the paisas.
I went to damn right. I went to high school at 24th and Mission, bro.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. I seen a Mexican bitch get hit with brass knuckles at that McDonald's right there.
Bro, you remember when someone brought a raccoon to that McDonald's? It was it went viral. Some dude brought a dead raccoon to that
in the 24th.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about that. I didn't see that, but that's very on brand.
Totally off topic for a second when you said the fat white girl scene. I wanted to laugh hella hard, but I was like, because it reminded me of one of Chris Regan's jokes back in like 2014. We were performing at a show, and there was a group of women's softball team.
Hell yeah.
He went on stage, and he said, no, it wasn't women, it was dudes.
Oh, never mind.
What the fuck?
I'm tripping. No, because he said, what are you guys doing? And then they say, we're a softball team. He's like, softball team? That's a fat white women's sport. And then he said, fat white women, that's a black man's sport.
I have dated several white softball players. Let me tell you right now. When I find out a white woman has played softball, I am like, come here, baby.
I didn't go off topic, baby.
Thick thighs immediately.
Brought it back around.
Thick
thighs immediately. Hell yeah.
No, but oh my God, softball playing white women.
Facts, yo. That's facts.
Hey, talk about giants, right?
I don't give a fuck. I date catchers, bro.
Hey, I see some bad catchers, yo. I've seen some bad. Yo,
give me the backstop.
I like the pictures. I'm like, yo, something about her throwing that ball. I'm like, ooh, you got it.
They're both just big.
No, the catcher. She's got the knees. You know what I'm saying, to do all types. You know what I'm saying, like she got the Megan Thee Stallion knees. She's in that squat all day long.
The pitcher got a good arm.
The crab pose, bro. You know,
she's ready. She's strong.
Yeah,
calves out of this world.
Facts. They would say, hey, you need to go to church, find you a nice woman. No, you need to go to a softball game and find you a nice woman.
Softball or honorable mention volleyball. Volleyball.
Oh yes. It's like literally.
I am lusting over white women too much over this podcast. It's gonna come back to haunt me. Okay, just let me go and state for the camera right now. I love you, black women. Okay, I love black women. Yes, they do.
Yeah, and softball.
Yes, and softball. The ones that play softball too.
Oh yes.
Just not enough of them here. No, not enough.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A lot of basketball. A lot of basketball sisters.
Yeah, that's facts.
I had like questions to ask, but after hearing your passion where it's at, all that's going out the window. All that's going out the window. Like,
I tried to pander. Shit, it worked. I tried it.
That's all I want to hear about. Tell me more about these white chicks.
Hey, I'll tell everybody tell me more about your interracial dating.
Yeah, there you go.
Just no one wants to hear about. Like, I've literally dated more black women than white women my whole life.
Facts.
Sure.
Literally. My first several girlfriends were black. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mexicans, I'm sure too. Living 24th and
couple of them. When I was in that high school for sure, but not many though.
No.
Mexican girls, no. Man. They don't like the chunky black boys, man. They want the.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know where you go. Depends where you go, bro. Yeah.
In Richmond, they was loving me, so.
But you taller. You
True.
Chunkier. You lose weight.
Yeah, a little bit.
See,
yeah.
I didn't know any of this about you. So you're an ex-fat guy. I mean, you're still kind of like.
I'm still a pretty fat guy.
You're not fat.
You're ex-fat.
You're not fat.
I'm still pretty fat.
Don't call yourself fat, bro. That's appropriate.
I have titties. I have titties literally all over my upper torso.
Skinny dudes got titties. I've seen them in the locker room. Like,
they're not like.
I did not know you had titties.
They're not like.
I got the back.
They're not big guy titties. Those are like. Those are like.
I got these motherfuckers right
here. A pit bull just gave birth titties. These are like. These are like, you know.
You got man cans. I get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got jugs.
Yeah. Pamela Henderson over here.
Size D over here, man.
Size D.
Like if you push those shits up, they're.
Oh yeah, I could fool somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Like every big girl on a dating profile.
Yeah.
If you see a girl like this on her dating profile, her boobs are small.
Yeah.
But she big body though.
Yeah.
You're like a box.
Amazon.
And I love you. Don't get me wrong.
Amazon package delivery box body. You know. Well, there's no structure in this conversation
at all.
Welcome to the voice party, folks.
Yeah.
There's always a chaos episode.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. I thought it was a Jay Richardson. That was actually he led us.
You say Jerry Richardson?
This is Jay Richardson. You're listen, I love you, bro. You're fucking wild.
I'm just following your lead.
Don't blame this on me.
It's your fault.
So comedy. How did you get into doing comedy? Wait. You still want to talk about fat white women? Okay, go ahead.
The other day I was hosting and I was like, I'm bringing you up, and I was like, Jamar.
Ooh, this nigga.
Jamar Welch, right? You know what it is, Jamar Welch. That's his boy.
Oh,
yeah. Come on, and then he's like, motherfucker, like.
That's why I looked at you like
you brought me up several times, motherfucker, at this show. Yeah. So, how is this happening to me?
When you have like a lot of, I'm just, you know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we all look alike. I get it.
No. All right, let's bring it back to let's get serious. You had a question.
Yeah. So, how did you get into comedy, sir?
Look, we got ADHD kid over here fiddling with his.
Wanting to talk, nigga.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thank you. I'm listening.
To answer your question.
He didn't finish.
I said, how did you get into comedy?
He literally finished. I was about to answer, and then you just.
We just had a whole episode of sobriety. I think he's like fucked up right now.
I'm ready to listen.
Those are not sober glasses.
No.
My boy Colin Casado's actually got me into comedy.
Shout out to Colin.
I've always wanted to do it. It's always been something that's been on my mind. I want to let you on a little secret. I spent 16 days in jail, right? I lived in Las Vegas for a few years, spent some time in jail there. And while I was locked up, you know, I had like 6 cellmates at any given time, right? and we would all just be in there talking hella shit about hella.
You being for real right now?
Yeah, dead ass, right? And we'd be in there just talking about hella different subjects. And like one day, one of the dudes in there, he goes, "Man, you know about a lot of different shit and talk about a lot of different shit, and you funny. You should be a taxi cab driver."
Career advice in prison.
Literally from a nigga who stole cars, right? Literally from this like Latino dude that stole cars.
No.
I'm like, and like literally all the other niggas in there were like, literally, it was a nigga in there with a gun charge. Like, nigga, you are stupid. Okay. He was like, no. And that dude was like, nah, bro, you should do stand up. And I was like, man, I've thought about it. I've watched stand up most of my life. I've always liked it, but never really been the type to want to be in front of crowds, like school plays, all that type of shit. Keep me off the stage, like, or let me be in the back. You know, I was always that kid. And when I started working on forklifts one day, I started working with Colin Casados, and I found out he did stand up. And me and him became friends, like just working together. He was like the dude who trained me at that job.
Repairing washing machines?
Forklifts.
Oh, forklifts.
Yeah. This is for Toyota. We was fixing forklifts, and COVID hit, right? This is when COVID first hit, March 2020. We both got sent home. We was at home. And over that time, we started doing a podcast together that we only did like 3 episodes of. Hey, it was over like Zoom. You know, it sucked anyway, but we did our best. But from that point, he was like, bro, you really should try stand-up. Like, just, you got a thing for telling stories, like blah, blah, blah. Just give it a try. And one day, he signed us up for an open mic at Vinny's in Sacramento.
Vinny's
in Sacramento. Yeah, Vinny's like this little restaurant and shit like that. Cool little spot. And did that shit and had a lot of fun and been on it.
Did you kill it or you bombed?
I didn't bomb. It went all right.
But you liked the way it felt.
I liked the way it felt. It felt good. Like I didn't feel like grossed out from it. I was relatively drunk when I did it. I was like relatively drunk. Like I had gotten nervous and downed 2 vodka pineapples. And
that's the stuff you ordered the other day, no?
I do tequila grapefruit now.
Tequila grapefruit.
I've matured. I've matured. I've elevated.
Okay.
Citrus. You know, I get my citrus in a different way now. You know.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C is important with your alcohol.
No, yeah.
It's funny.
It's funny because
we just.
He's right.
We just had an episode about Supreme. And then,
no. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
It's like if you're going to drink, you maximize.
Might as well get your vitamins. Throw in some fucking Flintstone.
It helps beat off the hangover the next day.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a smart move.
That's like Deion Cole.
No. Actually, wouldn't the sugar?
Hey, I just turned his chair around.
Well, I don't drink that much. Okay, I literally had the max like 2 drinks.
Because that's the problem when like people when like especially when kids like make like jungle juice and shit and you make all that sugar into it, that fucks up your hangover like crazy. If you just drink straight up like vodka and stuff, you'll have less of a crazy
don't throw
headache.
Yeah. I'm also very sorry, totally off top. I'm saying I didn't get the memo that we were all wearing beanies today.
You 2 aren't wearing beanies. You 3 aren't wearing. Half of us aren't wearing beanies. Oh, I'm wearing a beanie. But.
Yeah, half of us are.
Half of us are.
Hey, it's all right. I threw the things off, man. It's all my.
We didn't get the shade memo.
Did he smoke with you guys?
No, it was just me.
You got a contact.
It's a lot of caffeine.
It's just brushing it
I
off.
thought about that like 2 guests ago. I was like, a lot of us are wearing beanies.
Well, no, but so
we're all wearing black.
Your first time doing it was in Sacramento, and then you were living out here.
Yeah. What happened was. At that point, me and Colin had started working for a different forklift company because we got laid off from that first one when we went home from COVID.
How do you go find a second forklift company?
You guys were.
There's about 3-4 of them, man.
You guys were.
Right, I stand corrected.
There's like manufacturers of cars. There's different manufacturers of forklifts.
You guys were a 2-for-1 package workers together.
Basically, yeah.
For real?
It's out there. And it's been doing. Now we're doing that on comedy shows. It's great.
True.
It's an Ebony and Ivory thing. They're like, yo, we get this fucking diversity hire along with Colin and, you know.
It's the Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis all over.
Yeah, baby.
Me and my shadow.
Yeah, he brought me with him. So, and then we were doing this training, and we were out in Manteca. That motherfucker lives in Manteca.
Oh, shit.
So we did the training all week, and then after the Friday when we were done with the training, we went back to his house, changed clothes, rode out to Sac, and did the mic.
And that's the guy that's like one of your comedy. Like you find a.
Well, Colin's like my best friend in real life, I would say right now. Like even just because of just working together and shit like that, and you know he's been there for me through breakups and all types of shit. So like, you know, that's my dog for real, beyond comedy.
You need a white friend for when those white girls break up with you.
You do. Yeah. He'll put you right in the right direction. He doesn't hang out with many fat girls though. He's a skinny guy.
Of course he does.
Yeah, you know, he goes to the gym and shit.
Oh my God, she's hella fat, bro, and she like just thick. He was like, nah, bro, you gotta date him like super skinny.
We were talking about this the other day. How old are you now?
36.
36. So you've been doing it 2 years. Started when you were 34.
Right.
I noticed that like guys that start like around your age, they like kind of, you know, move up quick because you're older, and I think there's something about like, you know, having the older wise, you know what I'm talking about? You kind of take it more serious, and you don't fuck around with a lot of the stuff you do when you're younger and you start.
Well, I know one thing is I'm more comfortable who I am. I know who I am as a person a lot more. Like I would have loved to start it when I was younger, just for the sake of it, just to, you know, have time on my side for the whole like Hollywood aspect of it, but at the same time I couldn't have done it at 20-something. Like I wouldn't be able to handle the difficulties. I wouldn't be able to handle bombing. I'd probably want to fight niggas in the crowd for not laughing at jokes. Like I was an unreasonable young man. You know what I'm saying? At times I was an unreasonable young man. I'll be the first one to admit it. So I had to mature and have some mushroom chips and shit like that and take some acid and shit. And now I'm like, all right, you know, everything is everything, you know. One of them niggas now.
This is before it's like, you're not smiling? What do you mean? It's a great joke.
It's like, beat some ass. Like you don't like that joke because you hate me and I'm a nigga. So I just taking it there all the time. I feel like that sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but
going back to JD's point, because I remember when you told me like, oh, bro, I just been doing it for like 2 years. I thought literally you had been doing it like 4 to 5 years at the time, because that was kind of like you say you very know who you are, while most comedians come out like they're younger, they're trying to figure out who they are on stage, stuff like that.
They don't even know. They're still getting to know themselves in a way, and a few heartbreaks and a few setbacks in life kind of, you know, adds a little bit of spice to it.
It's literally been my whole life, and I kind of just like get to roll that right into comedy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just like having been through all the bad shit already, like, you know, not all of it, because I'm sure there's still more to come.
Oh, there's a lot more.
For sure. I started doing comedy, so I'm sure there's gonna be lots more disappointment for your boy. Yeah, lots of more disappointment for your boy incoming. But it's also it's been very rewarding, man. I've been having a lot of fun doing it, meeting cool people. This is the most I ever been outside in my life. Like really? I've always been kind of a home dude. I play my video, like, unless I'm going out with girls. That was the only way I'm getting me outside.
More social now.
Unless it was women, I'm staying inside. I'm not really trying to hang out with you dudes. You niggas get shot and shoot, and I'm just like, I'm inside. I'm playing video games, or I'm hanging with some girls. And now I'm like, oh, you know, I'll hang out with y'all. We go get drinks, and, you know, I'm kind of getting outside more and enjoying that, and feels good, man.
Well, that's been our show. And then also now you're running your own shows.
I run a show, yes.
You run a show.
I co-run a show.
Co-run the show with he who shall not be named.
Damian Montez. Is that who you talking about? Is he not supposed to be named?
I don't know if that's his name.
Allegedly.
I'm fucking with you.
Allegedly.
Man, I was having a good date.
White on white crime, bro. White on white crime.
Oh damn, is he not well liked around here?
No, I love that guy.
No, it's fine. I know he has a. You know,
there has been some friction between certain parties when Damien was here.
No, he and I cleared it up. I'm sure we don't mind him saying that. Yeah, we saw each other.
No, you're about to start the beef again.
No.
I know his reputation precedes him.
I mean, I've always been cool with Damien.
The way you said that, what cracks me. Nah, we did a lot of shows with him here.
Damien never did anything to us.
No, we're not.
Yeah, that was more the comedy. That was more the comedy
that's his
world.
thing. That's his thing. That's what he likes to do sometimes.
So you guys co-run the show.
Co-run the show.
Okay. And how's that been for you? Like having was it monthly?
It's monthly, yes.
That's one of the things that when I started, like everyone, you know, who was like already doing it for a while, they're like, hey, do your own show, because it pushes you to do new material every month. Right. Has that been was that what you use that show for, or how does that?
Yeah, basically, how it started is actually I started doing the show with another comic that was relatively new at the time, Lonnie Terranova.
Oh yeah.
Shouts to her, I guess. I guess she don't fuck with me no more, I guess. But,
okay.
It's a long story. It's a long story. I don't know if y'all want to hear that.
I mean, we got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Like at least another 45 minutes.
God damn it! I was hoping we was almost out of time.
No, we're not. We still got time.
Still got time, dude.
We just started, yeah.
We just started.
We just restart the clock.
It
right
was something
now.
that me and her was both like. We started around comedy. Around the same
We could
time.
bleep out her name if you want.
No, fuck that. That's not what the fuck she gonna do?
Come on, the voice party.
gotta
Tell
say-
her side of the story.
Yeah, go feel free. If you would like it, yeah, for sure. Yeah, who doesn't want a white woman's side of the story, right?
Let's start bringing up all the comedy.
Bring the Karen forth.
This is gonna be the first voice party slander of another comic. Go for it.
No, definitely not doing that.
Just call us DJ Vlad, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely
stirring the
not
pot.
But no, we started doing the show together, her and I. We both started comedy around the same time, so we both kind of had the goal of both running the show,
Right.
getting ourselves more stage time, being able to book our other friends who are starting at the same time. And a good friend of hers owns a bar in Pacifica, Longboard Margarita Bar, Eureka Drive in Pacifica.
Hey.
So come for the monthly shows every third Sunday. But yeah, we started doing the shows there, thanks to Kim, who owns the bar. And the shows were relatively successful off the bat. We were doing them on Fridays at first, and they were just they were wild. You know what I'm saying? They were wild shows, just wild, hella people at the bar, but also hella people at the show. Yeah. And it was kind of we were clashing with each other.
It's one of those main bars in the city, right? Like people go to.
It's literally Winters, Longboard. Those are the two spots, and niggas go they get a little drunk at Winters and come get more drunk and do coke at Longboard. That's just how
it's bigger. It's bigger at Longboard too, right?
It's a pretty big spot. Yeah, it's a big, especially when you include where the stage and all that shit is. It's a pretty good sized spot. So yeah, we were doing that, and we were having pretty decent success, but we were always battling the room because half of the bar is just not interested in the comedy show.
To drink and
they're playing
depressed.
pool, and for Lonnie that was difficult. She, her inner Karen would come out. And justifiably so. I ain't hate, what I'm saying? She's trying to run a good show, and everybody, there's niggas
that could fuck up a show.
Yeah, and that's the point. That's the part she didn't kind of understand is that you kind of create a adversarial thing now, where if you come and confront them in a certain way, now they want to fuck up the show.
They're regulars.
They go for exactly. They're there all the time, and they're like, well, man, fuck you. I'm here all the time. I'm here every Friday. You here once a month, so I'm finna go crazy. And there's just, you can't really be adversarial with people a lot of the times in those situations.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how she would be because, she was irritated and she was trying to run the best show possible. And we kind of kept trying to come up with different ideas to mitigate that. And then we finally started doing Sundays, which is a slow day for the bar. So now we get,
now it's almost pure comedy.
Oh, it's pure comedy, but it's also a bitch to get people in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So come to every third.
Especially because Pacifica's out of the way.
It is. It is. And then the bar is it's kind of located in a corner of
by the water.
Yeah. No, it's in a shopping center. And
I was gonna say it's in the little shopping mall, outdoor mall.
Yeah. And it's tucked in a corner, and there's not. It's just it's kind of
unless you're from there, you don't know about it.
It's really a neighborhood spot.
It's one of those things too where it's a small town. It's hard to get people to come there from other places.
Right.
And then once you get all the locals to come to the show, they stop coming.
I mean,
that can happen.
I don't think I've had enough of the locals to really. At least not on Sundays. Fridays for sure. But Sundays it's just kind of been. People who want to see the show, we got on Eventbrite and stuff like that, and people come. We usually get about 10, 15 people at least, and sometimes better, sometimes less, but it's running the show, man.
Is that and then Winters has comedy too, right?
They do shows I think Thursdays.
Yeah. So you got competition in that little ass town.
Yeah, but it's different day and shit like that. I don't really see it as competition.
Not competition, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's more.
I'll do that show too. You know what I'm saying? I've done that show 2 or 3 times. I love that Winter show. Shout out to Jimmy and them. So
God.
I don't think anyone's sober right now.
You okay, Corday?
I'm good, man.
I'm gonna need you to keep my name out of your mouth.
No. I'm sorry, man. I just started laughing.
Sorry.
It is JD on, bro.
I'm not on anything, bro.
This is high on life.
Just coffee.
He tried to tackle Corday earlier. before? He was like,
well, I didn't trying to tackle him, bro.
Yeah, you were like,
that wasn't
tackling. I can take you down. And then Courtney's like, dude,
skinny people assume shit
that sounds
when
sexual.
they see fat people moving fast.
It is a concern when you see anytime you see two large motherfuckers. Just like,
well, see,
why is this happening?
I
right
was
now?
scared that if they fell, that we would start another earthquake, and if we don't need that.
Because his ankles would break if he moved as fast as I did. His little fucking anemic body wouldn't handle that kind of movement. I don't know if you're anemic, but I'm assuming.
It feels right. It feels right.
So the people, it's only 15 people. It's longboard.
Oh, you were listening.
Yes, I was.
That's awesome.
And so then Lonnie couldn't handle it because the regular.
Wait, yeah, you didn't.
I was trying to duck out the side door.
I saw, yeah.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
No, I may not be like sober right now, but I'm not an idiot, bro.
Damn, I thought otherwise.
We don't have to cover that. Also, if you don't want to.
No, I ain't tripping. No, what wound up happening was Lonnie was getting really frustrated with like either people making no. What really bothered her was she didn't feel like there was much support from the bar, and in particular from like the bartenders and shit like that working there. It didn't feel like they were like, hey man, we got a comedy show, like you know, they would be fucking hooping and hollering with the patrons sometimes, you know, and it just didn't feel like it was like a cohesive thing, which I agreed with for sure. And what happened one day is that Lonnie brought this to the owner of the bar in a not so polite fashion. You know, because they know each other from way back, but at the same time, you can't just come at a motherfucker like crazy.
Especially
you know
when
what I'm
they're
saying?
giving you a venue that they could charge you for.
Exactly, and you know, all that shit, and and it didn't go well, and initially the owner canceled the show. She was like, well, then no more show then if you want to come at me crazy about this shit. And like mind you, she's done this like rogue. She didn't like consult me and be like, hey, I'm going nuclear on the owner tonight. I'm
going DEFCON 3 on the owner tonight.
I'm gonna get my point across, like yada yada yada. And I was like, hey, do what you got to do. Like it was like, hey, we're gonna talk to her, we're gonna raise some issues we have and see if we can get them fixed. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be a fucking professional, polite conversation, and the shit went left fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna repeat what was said, but it was just,
I mean, we have time.
No, we're not doing it. I'm not going that far.
Play by play.
I'm not going that far, but you know, just, you know, shit was said. The owner was offended. She was like, okay, well, no more show. Go fuck yourselves then, basically. And I'm like, I'm seeing this go down in our little group chat, like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? And
you got a big white girl on top of you looking at the
right. I had to throw her off of me and shit. I was like,
hey, get off real quick.
I was in the middle of sucking toes, brother, and I had to very rudely put her socks back on.
Excuse me, babe. We just lost our regular gig.
Let me get these bunions out my mouth real quick.
So I hit up Lonnie and I'm like, yo, like what do you do? Yeah, man, she got nice feet. Big girls got nice feet.
Yeah.
They get pedicures, JD. You piece of shit. Goddamn body shaming piece of shit.
I'm not body shaming.
No, that's why I know what this is about. You think the big girls don't got big girls got the nicest feet. Okay, Corday?
No, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Thank you.
Skinny girls don't, because they be trying to fit like.
I don't know if you in the club, you confirming? Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Look,
I know.
I wasn't paying attention.
Can you confirm? You with us on this?
I wouldn't know.
Oh wow.
He's married. He's married.
Well, I'm sure she has nice feet, sir. I mean, without all due respect.
Okay, Joaquin's like,
No, I'm just not like that.
damn it, Joaquin.
Not like that. I'm pretty sure Phil knows. That's all.
Yeah, he knows
Are
what's up.
you a feet guy? I'm sorry to change the subject.
Yeah,
but
just we'll go that real quick. Yes.
You are?
Oh yeah.
I am too.
Big time.
Well, I know.
Yeah. Grown ass men in here today. Okay.
JD's like, he gives great feet massage.
Not to this. No, not to this.
I'm a feet guy, but not like anything sexual. I just like to see nice feet.
Oh, for sure. I think all men. I think
You like seeing dirty feet?
No.
What?
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Some
that
people
deep
like
into
seeing
it.
dirty feet.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm
Didn't
not that deep
Chappelle
into it.
say he likes dirty feet?
I don't know.
In one of it,
That's
yeah.
nasty.
I think Chappelle said he liked foot jobs in one of his stand-up bits.
Yeah.
And those are swell.
I
When
for
done
real.
right.
I mean, I'm not. I like like when girls get like pedicure and shit. It
Love
looks
it.
cool, but
Love it.
but I'm not like, oh baby, like it's just you. But that's your thing.
I think it's hot when like their feet do look nice, like when they're out in public like dresses in a super nice dress. They're in nice heels. Their toes are done.
I've
like
seen
that.
toe rings,
that's sexy.
toe rings.
That's definitely sexy.
Toe rings are sexy. Yeah.
Right. Toe ring. I'm not a fan of toe rings.
Oh, you got to get with the movement.
Is
that a new movement that we're
jeweled toe?
Yes, it's the one.
Joaquin, you are a lot freakier than I know.
When you put that motherfucker in your mouth, it gives a little flavor to it. It's nice.
Look at this motherfucker.
Hey, tongue turns green. Wait.
I don't know about
what if you got a fake ass toe ring and your tongue turns green? You've been licking that toe.
The minute we brought up toes and feet, this fool hasn't been able to stop smiling.
His face lit up. I saw him. He's having a good time.
Like
now.
he knows he's next in line at Baskin Robbins.
I'm like three scoops.
She's gonna give me the scoops with her feet.
Like, nah, I don't want to put that scooper down, baby. Put that scooper down.
See your toes. You so freshly pedicure toes.
See what them arches do.
Let me see them frostbite toes, baby.
Let's see what them frostbite toes.
Frostbite toes. No, those aren't. No, those aren't fun.
What happens if you're sucking on them and then you accidentally swallow one? You're like.
That's why.
So how did you fall out with Lonnie again? You never finished this.
Oh my god.
You never finished.
So when that's how she stopped doing the show, though, right? Basically, what happened was, I was like, Lonnie, what the fuck? She was like, you know what? I can't handle dealing with Kim no more. You know, they got their own. They known each other for years. You know how that can be. Right? And she was like, you know, it'd be best if like you and Damien just ran it. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We're gonna do that, and that's kind of how Damien got involved with that. And
Damien who?
Yeah. that one.
It's funny because I'd like message him not that long ago. I'm fucking with you.
No, I don't care. You act like I'm here to defend his honor. The fuck?
The Damien shield with hella arrows.
That is a grown ass man woman. Okay,
you carrying the Damien shield with hella arrows on it.
That nigga got himself, bro. That is a grown man. That is a grown man. I got love for my boy, but he's got his own shit. That's him.
That's healthy. That's healthy.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Go on with your story.
So you and Damien started running.
So we started running the show. We've always maintained a relationship with Lonnie. You know, we told her, hey, anytime you want to drop in, you know, do a set, it's good. We don't care.
Is she even allowed back at the bar though?
For a while she wasn't coming, but eventually I guess her and Kim semi-patched things up. So she started coming back through, and we had her come through and do like guest spots a couple of times. And of course, toward the end, it started to get weird a little bit. Like one day I had the show fully booked and all that other stuff ready to go. Like she hits me up like 2 hours before the show, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna come through and do a spot. And I'm like, bro, like, I got the show fully booked. I'm like, you know, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, but, like, for the next time, like, give me a little heads up next time so I could give you more time and fucking not have to.
Some of around.
You know,
Shuffle stuff around.
You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, so I can do this the right way.
What's fully booked in your mind, or for that show?
Like 7 comics.
7 comics.
7, 8 comics. And sometimes we do more.
Right.
And it's
a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're like, okay, I'm already crunching on time. You know, sometimes we have events after our shows. They bring a DJ in, play reggae, whatever the fuck shit like that. Right. So, like, you know, we got to get out of there. And, you know, so having someone do that is just not convenient. You know what I'm saying? So, and she knows that. She ran the show with me. She wouldn't want that happening to her. And she got kind of bent out of shape because I like kind of was like, yo, next time give me some heads up. And she kind of thought I was like trying to like big timer. And I'm like, nah, man, you just put me in the, like, you know what
situation.
Right. And you know that, like, you know, but, you know, she got Karen tendencies. I can't get around that.
So she's just stopped going after that point.
So what happened was we were still cool. Like she wound up like kind of apologizing from that shit, and then what wound up happening was her brother died in like October. Yeah, and you know her brother was her and her brother obviously real close. He came to like a couple of our shows, met the dude, nice guy. I didn't know him that well, but nice guy from what I can tell. But that was really hard on her, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to her when it happened and you know, wished her condolences and told her, you know, hit me up whenever you need me and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't hear from her for a little bit. And then I guess what wound up happening was his funeral was on the same day I did my headlining show at Cobb's. And I don't know if like she was expecting me to show up to that. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't really know this dude like that, for one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, for two, biggest show of my fucking life so far.
Yeah.
Also, funerals is hard to go to, man. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not saying that was your reason, but it's a hard thing that like.
No, I've had family members shit I didn't want to go to because it was gonna be hard on me. You know what I'm saying? So like,
it could ruin your whole week.
Right? Yeah, it's a hard month. You know?
Month, yeah.
And you know, so just all that combined, I'm like, I got to stay psychologically prepared for what I'm about to do. You know, of course, my thoughts are with her, and we go on and I do my show and shit like that. And a few weeks later, out of fucking nowhere, she goes on Facebook and makes this random ass post talking about, yeah, man, Jamar Pitts, he's a really good comedian, but he's a shitty friend.
Shit, name drops you.
Like, so yeah, that's why I have no problem talking about this right now.
Yeah.
Because she took it to Facebook, I'll take it to a podcast. So.
Ooh, you one-upped in the arms race.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
That shit could have been a text message, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you had
I hate that shit, bro.
If you had a problem with anything I did or didn't do,
what's up with comics doing that? This is not the first. This is not the first time I've heard of this.
Just like, it's weird to me because I'm still like you said, I started doing comedy later in life.
Yeah.
So I believe in handling business as a human being first. You know what I'm saying?
Hit me up.
Hit me up directly. You have my phone number.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We know each other, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
did she tag you and all?
Tag me.
Oh no. So when she wrote out your name, it was tagged.
Yeah, in blue letters. They had my shit in blue letters.
And then you shared it. Like
talking about I was a bad friend and all this other shit. And I'm like, I'm having no idea where this is coming from.
Right.
No idea where this is coming from. Because even we had our 1 year anniversary.
A big white girl on top of you, look at your phone. What the hell?
Just
get off me.
The whole vibe. Dick went soft. No, I like, because I even had a thing where I told her I wanted her to come guest host our 1 year anniversary show. We had our 1 year anniversary show in December. I wanted her to come do it. Never heard from her. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I think she was going through her shit with her. Yeah. Never took it personal. Just like, hey, you off the grid. I get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I never heard from her. I'm not gonna force the issue. Yeah. So it's just like then all of a sudden from out of nowhere you come out of nowhere like saying this shit like, and I don't really care about how you feel about me as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Or like even that whole thing. It was just whack. You know what I'm saying? And just
how it happened.
How it happened. Like if she hit me directly and be like, man, I feel like you a shitty friend. Okay, well why you feel that way? And we can go into
we can talk about it.
Right. But to take that to Facebook and I guess looking for some type of pity or you want to turn people?
What kind of did you like read the comments at all and like see what she was?
I'm a real nigga. I jumped right into the comments and I was like, bitch, like this is why no one likes you. Like this is why.
Ouch.
No, because here's the thing about her. Here's the thing about Lonnie. Like I've seen her ruin multiple relationships with friends of hers over the year I knew her and was like working with her and things like that. You think Damien is a man? I've seen. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Lonnie has a thing about just blowing up shit with people. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, just poorly
burning all the bridges, huh?
Yeah, just like poorly handling things and just like, you know what I'm saying? A couple times I'd be like, girl, like, why don't you just, you know what I'm saying? But every time on Facebook. That's how I know about these things. I wouldn't know about them otherwise, probably. Yeah. But it's always on Facebook.
Here's the thing: a little whatever disagreement I had with Damien. I didn't, you know, I've never fucking, I'm gonna go and fucking type this shit out. I saw him in person. That's when we talked, and then we had a proper breakup, you know.
And that's what you do.
I mean, we're cool, we're good, but I'd rather see you in person and then let's talk about it. And then we talk for a good minute about, you know, hey man,
or at least call me. You know what I'm saying? But to make it on a public forum is just what it is. It's just
especially like let's say you and I have a falling out. If I go and say, man, fuck this guy Jamar on there, people who fuck with me or you might, oh man, maybe I shouldn't.
That's what it's about. That's the purpose of that. That's
your reputation.
That's literally the only purpose of it. It's literally.
I don't want to book you, bro, because I heard the boy over here thinks you're a piece of shit.
Literally the whole purpose of it. It does.
And this sucks. Taking money out of your pocket.
Reputation is a big thing in this thing we do. Like it's a, you know.
I was gonna say, especially in this comedy world, like it's like you guys are so tighter than like the music world or anything else or the podcast world. Whatever, like as soon as one of you guys like have beef, then
musicians are pieces of shit. We all know that.
Yeah, we're all pieces of shit.
I mean, no.
But you know what I mean. But like I like from the stories you guys have like all told us and stuff, and like this is not the first Facebook rant. Yeah, there's beefs between you guys all the time. But then what happens is you end up hearing like
people pick sides.
People pick sides.
People pick sides.
People,
you know what I'm saying?
People form cliques.
Right. And no, definitely. You know what I'm saying? And but like the thing about Lonnie is like I said, she's had falling outs with multiple people. She's had falling outs with other comics about different shit for different reasons. She's had all types of these little weird situations that she's created with different people, and it's not a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just not a new thing for her. And like that was what kind of caused me to just kind of go nuclear on the situation. But okay, well, because let me tell you right now, my ex-girlfriend I was dating for the whole time I started comedy, she never liked her, right? Mm-hmm. Just you know, and at first I thought it was just regular woman, like,
not like
you know what I'm saying? You know how it'd be, you know, right? I'm thinking it's like that. And then she was like, nah, like she... like, look how she moves. Like, just
she's
like,
shady.
Look how she moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just peep game, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen to you. Better believe it.
That's the thing when dealing with shady people, and you know they're your friend right now. Whatever you see them doing to other people, you gotta watch that shit because that could be you one day.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah. It'll eventually be you.
Always. It's hard. Like if you see.
So how do you find that? I mean, how do you like? Because as a human being, like sometimes you want to just admit, like, dude, our shit's going good right now, though. That's not gonna happen to me. You know, like when you see it 6 or 7 times, like when you see that big of a pattern, or when you see it twice.
You also got to look at what, like,
I mean, 2 or 3 times, I'm definitely asking questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely like, well, there's a common denominator, especially when it's like this variety of people. Like it's people,
everyone's this bad.
People in comedy, out comedy, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just people, whoever manages to get close enough to you. You kind of wind up burning a bridge with them. I'm going to be like, okay, well,
narcissism or something.
Something's going on. There's something at play.
That like they're either the hero or victim of every story they tell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh
that's literally that's you got it right there. Because I have positive relationships with like I don't got no problems with nobody in comedy.
Not yet.
Pretty much. I mean, you know, there's a couple motherfuckers.
He's like, we're starting.
There's a couple motherfuckers.
I'm starting to beef with you next week.
There's a couple people who are like, yeah, I'm not gonna interact with them a whole lot.
But you could just avoid them and still work with them.
Right. Yeah. I've been on shows with those people and it's never been an issue. You know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, and you do that, and it's fine. I never have a problem with like someone I don't necessarily care for being on a show with me. You know what I'm saying? Never have a problem.
Especially since like
name them. No.
We don't have to hang out.
Thing is, if I say the name, we all gonna be like in unison.
Drea Myers.
There it is.
I do not know this person. I'm just gonna.
That's been the voice party. You guys.
There's a disclaimer at the beginning of each of our episodes.
You hear of comics having beef with a lot of people, and then I mean, you know, but like the same thing, like you said, like about Damien, like that's he's a grown man. Like that's why I like to kind of keep. Like, you know, I mean, me and Corey, they talk all the time. Yeah. You know, I mean, but we go back some years now.
Right.
Like 2012,
2011, and there's some comics that I know, and
even
I see
how,
and they see how they kind of like move.
Right.
But I kind of just keep a distance because I still want to work with them.
Right.
And I think that's the kind
it's best to not burn the bridge for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if it's nothing serious.
Right.
If there's been like some type of line crossed, then by all means, you know what I'm saying? If they've harassed you or violated you in some kind of way, then by all means. Like for me, I ain't fucking with Lonnie no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just, it is what it is. I don't have no like
no animosity.
No animosity. I don't. You know, I'm not trying to smack the shit
trust
out of
them though.
There's just I would never work with them on a professional level again like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not booking her. You know what I'm saying, for show. But like, as far as like, by all means, I hope she continues to do comedy and hopefully find success. You know what I'm saying? But like,
is there a
That's
point?
Very
is
mature
there
and admirable?
If somebody crosses the line for you, because I know there's subjective, like there's different lines that you can cross, but if any line is crossed with you, are you just done with that person? Like,
it depends, man. It's case by case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you should have said after that question, Marcos. Yeah, I'm fucking done with it.
Nah, man. I try to be mature. I know shit happens. Like,
no, because like there's some people there's some people I know that are like, oh, you even like look at me wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah, I'm done with you. Like, that's how they're like friendless because they just cut everyone out of their lives. Because,
and that also shows that you started this shit later at a more mature age. You know, because some guys that started. That you know are older than me and you, and they're still in comedy. They still move like teenagers,
right?
In this shit, you know, and it's kind of sad to see that. Like,
it's almost like their brain stopped developing, right?
Yeah, they're killing it, but they're
stuck in that mode.
Stuck in that mode.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I get to stay 35 forever, that's fine. I'll take that. It's better than being 25.
True.
Hey, the toast tastes great at this age, you know?
The toast or the toes?
The toes.
You ever had toes on toast?
with your favorite condiment.
This whole feed talk makes me uncomfortable.
You gotta stop being a bitch, JD.
You gotta get some toes.
If people can listen through this whole podcast, it's gonna be a really good.
There's a lot of stuff clippable here. We're cutting out all this stuff about Lonnie, just so you know.
I was gonna say, well, that's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna be like, we're gonna start a lot of beefs this week in the comedy world.
No, he started it.
I didn't start.
You said
Did you not listen to the story? Did you not listen to the story?
I did.
Lonnie started.
And you mentioned names. The disclaimer doesn't protect us, man.
Yeah, it doesn't protect us.
You know, like I said, people saw that, so it's not like it's a secret or some shit.
You still work with these people sometimes on shows that
I haven't seen Lonnie since that happened.
But you haven't been booked on shows with her that you were together. No,
is she even doing comedy still?
I believe so, but I haven't seen her on.
Because how is it when you do that? Because dude, I was a comic I worked with once. They're like, hey, you can't book me with this person, and this person. I'm like, motherfucker,
you're not getting booked.
Yeah, that's not something I'm willing to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care.
It would have to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if I see this dude, I'm gonna beat it. Like, even then, I'd be like, yeah, you could book him, but like, I might smack the shit out of him backstage if it was like really that bad.
Right.
But like, it's
or
hard
you just would say, hey man, I can't do it if this guy's
I can't even. Nah. I don't even think I could go there. I mean, I'm pretty good at just ignoring you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But unless it was just like egregious, like the motherfucker's been talking about my mom on the internet for the last several weeks, then like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to knock him out when I see him. But like,
right? Yeah, because sometimes it's easy to avoid people at shows. It's like what's the lineup? I'm gonna go up and you can dip right after that or something like that, or just avoid where they at. Especially at a place like Copper Spoon or something like that. Like you can just be like, oh, I'll just be outside. Just let me know, like, or text me or something like that.
9 times out of 10, that's where I am anyway. Smoking weed outside, so you know it's never that hard to avoid somebody.
It's harder, like if like at a comedy club, let's say like you like they're their host.
Green room,
because they're in the green room. That's where you're like if they're the host, you're the feature, and then like the headliner, and they're like, what's going on? And you're like, why you keep going outside? Like, I'm just trying to, not interact with this person. And then that's the problem too, because it's like beefs happen, and then y'all can get booked at a comedy club together, but then all of a sudden there's frictions. Now the comedy club doesn't want to book either one of y'all because of this little beef just started.
If you can be, you can have like a trouble with this comic, you'll have trouble with
other comics, stuff like that.
And that's why it's a best practice to just operate, be professional.
It was like it was a male lady, high representative at a comedy club in LA. She was talking about networking is key. Like, don't build bad relationships. Always extend the olive branch. She's like, I'm like watching people. She was like, some people could be writers, some people can be feature headliners, something like. It's like never burn bridges, because you never know where this person next to you or around you may be in about 5 to 10 years. They be like, oh, I know you from this thing. I'm gonna give you an olive branch, or hey, like you trying to get in this thing, because they know you and you are a positive person. They can reach out. That's why they always say, because comedy is always networking. Because like I've had people be like, oh, a dude reach out. The reason why I booked you on this show because such and such said you was dope. Like Jamar, like it was like somebody was like, oh, I heard you fuck with Jamar. Jamar, my homie. I'm gonna put you on this show. I did the same thing with Jamar and stuff like that. Like have you heard Jamar Pitts? Yeah, book him. Funny.
You mean Jamar Welch?
Nah, that's you stupid.
I want to meet this brother. Honestly. I have an intrigue for all other Jamar.
Funny fact: is Jamar's black?
Yeah.
Okay, so no. Funny fact: the name Jamar and Dante is Eastern European. So that's the name Jamar and Dante come from Eastern European. So like they literally took that name, and it's actually a very white Eastern European name. Like that's why the Warriors, Dante Vincenzo, right? That's because that's a common like Nick or like Alex or stuff like that. So there was a lot of white dudes whose name Jamar, Dante, and stuff like that in Eastern European, but they associated with black people. Matter of fact, that day.
You just repeated yourself 16 times.
It's his thing. He's the recap master.
Jamar Welch is his boy that used to do choreography for Michael Jackson. We had him on the show.
He did a lot of music video work over the years with different artists
from Richmond, California.
That's hard.
Yeah, he's from a whole crew. I think they were called like Housing Development or something like that.
See, I'm over here comparing you to greatness, bro.
Yeah, and
all Jamars are pretty great.
That whole crew has done all kinds of work in the music video industry and beyond.
That's
so
dope.
he was on like one of Madonna's shows. He choreographed for her too.
Jamar's doing big things out here.
Jamar's need to come together, bro.
We do. I'm trying to unionize this. You know, Jamar Neighbors out of LA. Yeah. Real dope dude. Yeah, I'm trying to get us all on the same page, man. We're trying
to come together like Voltron.
Right, exactly. Just a big black ugly Voltron.
Can we do a show of just Jamar's?
I would love it. I would love it.
That would be comedy.
If I could ever book that, I swear to God.
Jamar live.
Yeah.
And it's just 8 Jamars. Jamar's live.
Just post a lineup and just say Jamar. Jamar 10.
And
Jamar.
Then, which one's going first?
Don't know. Don't know.
I think Jamar's going first.
That's been the voice party. No. We're close to the end now. It's been an hour.
Oh shit!
I don't know if you realized.
No.
Spent all your fucking episode talking about Lonnie, but you know we've had a great time.
We've been talking about feet too.
There's been a good amount of feet.
And dirty washing machine.
For real.
Oh yes.
You want to talk about your
whoa.
show.
For real. If there's anything you wanted to mention today that we missed, by all means. Another thing is where people can follow you. Our followers can follow you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Follow me on Instagram, Poor Homie Mar. Facebook.
I love that
Jamar
name,
Pitts.
by the way.
Isn't it great? Yeah,
I don't.
It's the opposite of Rich Homie Quan.
Because I was just like,
Yeah,
I was like, why is this? I was like,
Rich Homie Quan.
Because Rich Homie Quan. Okay, I never knew the backstory. I was like, why is it this?
I got it the minute I saw it.
Really?
Yeah. Poor Homie Mar.
Yeah,
Rich
Poor
Homie
Homie Mar. Yeah, like Rich Homie Quan, but the opposite. Because
oh, damn. Okay. I've been slapping Rich Homie Quan all this week too.
That's the nigga, man.
Yeah. Been hustling, trying to make him solid.
Make him feel some type of way. Yeah, man. Yeah, follow me on social media, Poor Homie Mar, Jamar Pitts on Facebook. Check out my monthly show in Pacifica, Longboard Margarita Bar. Next show is next Sunday.
Your show probably won't be around by the time this episode comes out.
It's fine. It's fine. Our owner is going to probably kill me by the time. She was like, why are you bringing all this up?
It's what day of the week?
Sunday. Every third Sunday, typically. We do an Eventbrite. Check us out. Look us up. I think Damien's going to do us an Instagram page soon.
We got to meet this Damien guy.
We should have you and Damien come back here. He and I
as a duo
iron out our beef on air. I'm just kidding.
You gonna fight?
There's no beef.
No. I want to
love that.
There's no beef.
There's 2 couches.
Pay-per-view.
We could totally do this. We have 2 couches.
It's gonna be like a Bang Bros situation.
Yeah, Damien will be down for that.
No, he's always down for that.
We have the casting couch
Damien's
here.
a thotty.
Damien's a thotty.
I love Damien.
That's my boy. That's my dog, man. Shouts to you, D.
Shots for sure. No, I'm just kidding.
Baka. Yeah, I wouldn't come around here, D.
Any other messages you got for our listeners before other than
shit, man.
You're all about plugs, man. Speak from the heart.
Shit, I don't know, man. Plugs, man.
No, I said no plugs.
No plugs?
From the heart. Just
from the
last
heart?
Message.
Oh, well, shit, man. Come to live comedy shows, man. No, man, for real. No, on some real shit. Come to live comedy. Support live comedy.
For sure.
Support your friends, man. Yeah. Support whatever the fuck your friends are doing. If your friends got a clothing brand, buy the fucking t-shirt.
Yes, sir.
Your comedy friend got a show, go to the show, buy the merch. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy got an album, fucking download the album, slap the album, share the album. Support your friends. Support your family out here trying to chase their dreams. It's difficult. It's hard. We all should be doing it. Not all of us can. Support it, man.
Yeah, hey, seriously. And we're gonna have you out in Richmond for another show soon too.
I'm with it.
So by the time this comes out, it'll probably be your time to be on the show.
For sure.
Get it out there, buddy.
That's been the voice party,
and we're out.
No, you know what?